Everyone, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Recently, I was testing out dual wielding shields, which you can definitely do in the game, so I will be sharing with you my thoughts on it and of course recommendations if you decide to do so for some odd reason. If you find this video entertaining in any way or are just enjoying all that AC Valhalla has to offer, tap that subscribe button for more videos coming very soon. And let's get started. Alright, so before Assassin's Creed Valhalla was released, one of the biggest features many Assassin's Creed veterans were excited about was the ability to dual wield practically anything that you can get your hands on, from two-handed swords to gigantic Viking axes, and of course, our very own dual wielding shields. The fact that you could dual wield shields did make me question if they were any good, what could they be used for, or is it just something that you can do in the game that isn't that effective? Either way, here are some things I want to list out about dual wielding shields before you do so. Number one, of course, how to unlock them. Now, in order to be able to dual wield shields, I believe you have to actually unlock the dual wielding heavy weapon skill, which will cost you roughly 23 points to get from the center of the skills as shown right here. Once you have this unlocked, you are free to equip double shields of all shapes and sizes, which makes your character look like they may develop back problems prior to reaching Valhalla, depending on which shield you use, of course. Following this, I couldn't help but wonder how much damage can you actually deal out, or simply put, if Captain America had two shields, would he be able to beat Thor? And quite frankly, in this game, you don't dish out nearly as much damage as dual-wielding swords or axes. This is only based on the stats though, considering that my shields only had anywhere from around 80 to 90 attack damage without being fully maxed out. These are still decent numbers, but nowhere in comparison to having, Thor's hammer or the Excalibur sword or some other gigantic weapon that you could also dual wield with. Not to mention, because you are technically dual wielding heavy weapons, your attacks will be a lot slower as well as your combos, so if you're going to be slowly swinging both arms, you might as well do it with weapons that have higher attack damage. Now, of course, with a shield, you have an added layer of protection to your character, and parrying doesn't seem like such a scary task to do when fighting another drunken Viking warrior. However, I was unsuccessful in figuring out a way to actually exploit the fact that I have two shields in the front and in the back of me, and wanting to be able to block basically anything and everything surrounding me. Now, you can block and then do this swirling arm thing to stretch your shoulder muscles while you invade, as well as jump left and right simultaneously, looking like Muhammad Ali, but regarding the combat itself, it honestly doesn't do anything. Okay, so don't get me wrong, up to this point, dual wielding shields seems like one of those game features that is fun enough to try and say you did, but not a better option than dual wielding other weapons. With this being so, I tried a combination of several different shields, hoping to find a good matchup of a shield ability and my skills themselves. For example, the kite shield will increase your damage as much as you hold your block, so in one hand you could block for an extended amount of time and then hit the enemy with your other, hoping to release a Kamehameha wave from Goku, but in practice this didn't seem to pan out like I had hoped it so. Regarding skills though, if I were, and I definitely still plan to, make a dual wielding shield build, I would focus a lot on heavy attack damage, melee attack damage, and then any skill with Way of the Bear. Way of the Bear will increase your block, stun, and armor the most, which is good building what should be a pretty tanky assassin. Then for armor, I would probably use the Thane set, which I also have another video on in the playlist, since it focuses on defense and increases crit chance when parrying. Also, if you happen to start dual wielding shields, you would also want to make sure that you unlock the parry damage skill to make sure every time that you parry, you do damage to the enemy. Now, of course, there are a bunch of different shields that have different abilities, so you could try to mix and match the shields to try to figure out what works best. But honestly, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. I've tried anything from the small shields to the big shields to different abilities, swapping them from the main hand to your side hand, etc. And I couldn't really find something that, I could go ahead and go to this video and say, you definitely got to try this out. This is amazing. So in my honest opinion, like I said, it's cool to have that feature in the game, especially if you want to run around and make Captain America jealous. However, it's not something that I would probably use for a majority of the game or for an extended period at that. Either way, at the end of the day, dual wielding shields is fun to do, and I am sure there are interesting builds to go around it, but if you're looking for the most powerful build out there, this probably isn't the best route to take. However, if anybody out there has found some godly way of putting two shields together and making this amazing build, go ahead and let me know. Like I said, I will be doing some sort of wonky dual wielding shield later on in another video, but for now, it was fun while it lasted. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think about dual wielding shields. If you've tried it before, is it worth it? Have you found something that probably I just happened to skip over? And let me know what you guys think. Also, by the way, we are very close to 10,000 subscribers, so don't forget to tap that red subscribe button. And if you do, welcome and thank you for subscribing. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.